So a lot of people have written in asking what I thought about the mass spell ritual to bind Donald Trump and all those who support him. And all I can say is they could have at least waited until after he passed the tax cuts. To be honest, I haven't really given it much thought at all. So instead of going through all the reasons why I find it to be silly, I'm just going to quote Jason Miller from Strategic Sorcery. This spell is super lame. As sorcery, it suffers from all the classic failings, weak personal link to the target, something that is extra important when affecting a famous person. Vague intent that is so broad that it has no chance of doing anything. Also impossible intent. There is not a single person on earth who does no harm to any human soul, nor any free animal, rock, stream, or sea. As activism, it is equally lame, and not should be compared to the levitation of the Pentagon, something people actually showed up live for, to put their freedom on the line for, and has gone down as one of the greatest activist publicity stunts of all time. And I concur. It's simply bad magic, not worth the time and energy. And then when it doesn't work, it's going to make them look foolish. But even if it wasn't bad magic, it would still be a risky endeavor. Donald Trump has this uncanny ability to make attacks against him backfire. It's not like people haven't been trying to bring him down from day one. And they're still throwing everything they have at him. It only tends to make him stronger. I'm wondering if they'll ever learn that what you resist persists. Take the whole fake news thing, which I find particularly hilarious, by the way. Donald Trump didn't start that. Clinton and the mainstream media started that to explain why Donald Trump won the election. Oh, it was because of fake news. And then what happened? Well, they took a play out of their book and used it against them. So their whole fake news thing backfired on them. And that to me is hilarious, because they are fake news in the way that they're biased with an agenda, and their sole purpose is to get you to focus on the things that they want you to focus on, and the things that they don't, they just don't even report on. As I talked about in the Gemini deception, it's not just what they're telling you, it's what they're not telling you. Like Fukushima. The media never reports on it, but it's not like that went away. It's still dumping radioactivity into the sea, but you never hear about it anymore. They know if it's out of sight, it's out of mind, and they want to keep that out of your mind and put a bunch of garbage into your mind, such as racism, to divide you. It's no secret that I'm not a fan of the mainstream media. I only wish that Donald Trump called out more of them. It's not like Fox News isn't biased either, and has also attacked him. The media is the central pillar of the establishment to influence public opinion. True independent and impartial journalism does not exist anymore. The mainstream media is the mouthpiece of the elite and the corporate system. So when Trump trolls the media by calling them fake news and not inviting them to press conferences, I find that absolutely hilarious. I mean, what did they expect from him? If someone bashed me 24/7 over the last year and a half, I wouldn't invite them either. You know, I've said it before, I would not bet against Donald Trump. Whether you love or hate his policies doesn't matter. He has more than proven his ability to use his opponent's attacks against them and to gain from it. So for those wanting to use bad magic against him, you're free to do so, but I wouldn't expect much to come from it. Now, on the plus side, at least he's trying to keep his campaign promises. Which again, whether you agree with them or not, when does that ever happen? I never thought in all my days I would ever see that happen. Anyone who runs for office, whether they lean left or right, if they keep their campaign promises after they get in, I gotta give them some props and respect. Regardless of the policies, we need honesty in government and not a bunch of crooked liars that promise you everything under the sun during the campaign and then go back on it once they're in. So far for me personally, it's been entertaining, but I'm still waiting on those tax cuts. I'm not straight up left or right wing. To me, it's not balanced to be too far one way or the other. When it comes to economics, I lean more right. And when it comes to environmental and social issues, I lean more left. Although I don't always agree with the implementation, such as climate change, where they want to impose a carbon tax, for example, because the ones passing the tax would be the ones flying around still in their jets on the tax money that they've taken from the rest of us. No matter the issue, the solution is never to give government any more money. They're completely inept when it comes to money and spending. If any one of us spent like the government, we would have had our credit cards cut up a long time ago and been in bankruptcy. The more they collect, the more they spend. And even when they're not collecting, they still spend. They'll spend money they don't have well into future generations. In fact, the income tax doesn't go to anything that we need right now. It's used to pay down the debt that they've already spent. But I don't want to digress any further into a tax rant. Can you tell that it's tax time? So that's what I really think about the spell cast against Donald Trump. I don't think it's going to work. I think it's bad magic and a complete waste of time. But a lot of people wanted to know what I thought about it. So there it is. A little shorter video this time around, as the Laws of Magic 6th cycle is coming up. Signups will begin sometime this week, so I need to begin preparing for that. And I will see you then. If you enjoyed this video, here's another Mystery School lesson you may have missed. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe for more weekly content to help expand your knowledge. Thanks for all the love and support, and I'll see you next time. Take care.